In my previous video, I have shown how to use trend lines, how to anticipate a trend, how to anticipate the closure of a trend using Bollinger Bands, etc. In this video, we further see into some other aspects of trend lines using them and some other advanced indicators to the extent possible. First, we shall see some other aspects of trend lines. Now, one important aspect of trend lines, drawing trend lines is whenever a top or bottom is formed, we will draw a trend line by angle. Instead of connecting two bottoms or two tops of successives, we use trend lines by angles. A detailed discussion we will take later. At present, let us confine ourselves to the of using trend lines. I will show you how to use a trend line. First, we will take this trend line by angle and we draw a trend line whenever a bottom is formed here using 45 degrees as the important trend line. I will change the degrees to 45. Here you will see it is 17 degrees. Now it is turned to 45. And we will extend this to the right. Okay, 5. Next, when a top is formed, we draw another trend line from the top using 315 degrees angle. Here the angle, we will change the angle property. Here it is 326. We will change it to 350 and keep it as it is. Okay. Now the point of intersection is very important. Here the point of intersection is there. I will place one horizontal line in the point of intersection. Here it is. Now you can see when the price moved up to some extent and when the price moved down and again to some extent, when this intersection level is crossed, as you see here, it came down and when again the price breached the intersection line from down to up, from here it went on up and sustained the bullishness. So when another bottom formed, we will draw another trend line like this. Here we have another bottom, we will make a trend line and we will keep 45 degrees. It is 20 degrees, it is 45 now. Now this is a 45 degrees and it is very, very important one. And again we have another bottom here, another bottom line, trend line here, right like this, and we keep this. Degrees and it went up, right? And again we will draw one more trend line, let us say from here. 45 degrees and we make a 45 degrees. It is 315 degrees. 315 degrees and we extend both of them. We extend them to right and we extend them to right now. Okay. Now we will have one more trend line by angle from the top here. 115, and we extend to the right. Okay. Now, as you would see, the important trend line drawn from here and extended, and where from the price took support again, forms very important trend line. When this trend line, after making a bottom here, because we have a bottom here, we draw another trend line from bottom here. Here you will see. Here you will see. Right. We have another trend line. Here we make it as 45 degrees. 45 degrees, and we extend it. Now you can see the 45 degrees drawn from this top and the 45 degrees drawn from this bottom acted as a major support level here. Here it is, as you can see very clearly, here it acted as a major support point. And again this intersection acted as a major support point. And when the line is breached here, the price fell like anything. And we will draw another trend line from another top or bottom like this. So when you draw a trend line by using angles, 45 degrees angles, instead of connecting the two successive bottoms or two successive tops, and look at the intersection points of the bottoms or tops, don't delete the bottoms, trend lines drawn from the bottoms or tops. Keep them intact. Keep on observing them into future, how the price is behaving. You will see here when the trend line is drawn from this top, and the price, as long as it remained over and above the trend line, it was somewhat bearish. But once this line was breached here, the bearishness was so violent or accelerated, the price fell like anything, the proverbial 9 pins here. So it is one of the greatest advantages drawing trend lines by using degrees instead of connecting two successive bottoms or two successive tops. It is an important concept developed by Gann, which we will sometime later consider. For the time being, remember, instead of drawing or connecting two successive tops or bottoms, draw trend lines from each top and bottom at 45 degrees and look at the intersection points carefully and anticipate reversal or support or resistance at these intersection points in future when they occur. Right? We will move on to the next one. I mentioned that one way of using a good technique for making investment decisions is using moving averages methods. We have seen that how 10 days moving average, 20 days moving average can be used very easily and effectively for making trading decisions. But we are now confronted with a problem. Fine, it is good to use moving averages, very well. But how to use them? Are we supposed to open chart of the each and every stock traded on the stock exchange and place the moving average on the chart to see whether the moving average line has been breached by the price or not? There are around 2,500 to 3,000 stocks traded on National Stock Exchange. So opening chart for every stock traded and using this is very difficult. So for that, we have a simple way or method. Every trading software gives us an opportunity to do what we call as exploration. By doing the exploration, the conditions we define there will bring out the stocks which meet the conditions. For example, we have seen that the stocks closing price which went the simple moving average of 10 days and 10 days above the 20 days is bullish. So we wanted to find number of stocks which has the close price breached the 10 days moving average, and the 10 days moving average is above the 20 days moving average for buy. So for that, we need one exploration. I will show you how to make it. I use MetaStock. You can use any software. Each and every software offers you some exploration techniques. Here we go. For making this, we have to use the coding language of MetaStock. Now we will make a explorer. Now I went for tools, Explorer, new one. I am naming it as test Explorer 1. Okay. Now, in the filter column, you have to define the conditions which you want the stocks to meet. Here, our first condition is the close must be above 10 days simple moving average as of today. So, for that, we use the command cross. Here, I will use cross close moving average of close of 10 days simple and moving average close 10 simple is above moving average close 20 simple. This is the, for convenience sake, we can use this today's close. Here we name it the column as close. And if you want, you can add volume. Here it is volume. Now we have to look for syntax errors. We press OK. If everything is fine, it will accept. Otherwise, it will show there is some problem. End of function expected. Where it is end of function moving average close cross close. Here it is. It will be forgot. Now everything is ready. Now we have to add stocks which are traded on NSE for making this exploration. Because we cannot find the results if we explore today, I will do back testing. So I will go back some 5 days or 6 days back. For that, I go to edit, I go to options. Here I give a specific day. So the last trading week started on 4th. So we are doing 4th May here. Okay, right. 4th May here. Okay. Now we have to stocks. Explore. Here we have to add the securities. Add securities. Here. Let's see. A to M. I will take all of them. And I will add other stocks. A to M. And next, here it is Nifty 50. Select all. Open. Next, I will go for Nifty Junior. Nifty Junior. Here I will select all. Open. Now we take NSE. To check. Select. Open. Now all such activities are taken. Now I press OK. Now the exploration will be done for all 2,390 stocks. If any stock meets the criteria, it will be taken out. Exploration is going on. Some 20% of the exploration is over. Now you can see the exploration is completed and reports are ready. We will open the reports. Here we should see whether the stock is correctly traded or not. Sometimes non-traded stocks. Here the stock is on 4-5 traded, so we can take this on 4-5 Iran Limited. We will open the chart, and this one, this AKG, no, it is not there. Alchem, Balrampur Industries, 4-5, okay, and Biocon, okay, Now we open Biocon. Right. Now we will test set. And we have done this on 4-5. What was the rate at which Biocon was traded on 4-5? On 4-5-7-4, 33-4, 3-4-4-5, 17-4, 23-4, 28-4, 34. 4-5, the close was 366, sorry, 357 rupees. Next day, it went up to 366 rupees, and later it went again up to 349 or 359. Okay, now this is the Biocon, and we will see another screen. And we have Iran on 4-5. 4-5. It was 10 rupee 85 paisa, and later next day it was 11 rupee 45 paisa, and so on. So we will check another stock. Another stock, Nifty. Okay, we will see. Cipla. What was Cipla? 4-5. Yes, it was traded. Cipla. Okay, we will see Cipla. Here 4-5. 7-4. 8-4. 21-4. 4-5. Here 500, 611 rupees. On the next day, it went up to 623 rupees. Like this, when we make one explorer, it brings out all the stocks which meet the criteria, so that we can select the appropriate stock for making investments in accordance with the other standard set of indicators also. Don't depend on one single indicator. We have to make a combination of indicators which we will take up slowly. So my intention of showing this is, if we make one explorer, it would be easy to track all the stocks now, and without worrying about opening each and every stock. All stocks can be scanned, and the stocks which meet the criteria will be brought out. And I have shown how to use Bollinger Bands in the last video. In this video, I will show one more tool which is very helpful for taking investment decisions in short term. I will show. And starts moving up, it will eventually meet the upper band. And when it starts coming down from the upper band, it again comes down to the lower band. So even though you are sure or confident or interested in entering into a position, whether short or long, it would be better to fix the entry points with the help of these bands, like projection bands or Bollinger bands. This gives more advantage as a technical trader for you for making entry and exit points. And the most important aspect is, you should always look for the slope. You can see here, even though the price moved between the channels, the basic trend was always down. It is coming down and down only. So look for the basic trend first, and then if you are convinced that the trend is going to reverse, what is the exit point or entry point? For example, this is the Cipla stock. You may be convinced that Cipla is bullish and you are interested in buying into the stock. But if you place projection bands on Cipla chart as I show you now, you will have to eventually wait. Even though the price is good, the entry point is best when it touches the lower band. So once the price comes to the lower band, you can consider investing into it. Otherwise, had you invested here, you would have lost money up to this point, and this creates a confusion into your mind, either to hold or to exit. So if you can make a decision at this point to make an entry, then it would be safer. So to fix entry points, these projection bands helps a lot. More in the next video. Till then, thank you.